Hey guys, Mad Theories here. Oh man, I got another one for y'all. So, what would happen if Ryukin and Uryu's moms died, right? Let's just say like y'all block came along, took his power, right? And was like, that's not enough. Had them all assassinated and stuff. Now get this. He's an orphan. Now let's just say in this theory, in this what if theory to the what if story, that Ichigo's moms didn't die. Let's just say that, right? She didn't die, she still was alive, but she didn't have her powers taken away. She didn't have her powers taken away, and it was Ryukin that had his powers taken away. He died, and his mom's, and you had Uryu and orphan. So get how spicy this would be. So it's like he told Ashin, like, if anything was to happen, right, to him, or his wife, just make sure my son's alive, right? So he does that. So he takes him in and stuff. So it's like, you have Uryu, he's not mistrusted and stuff, because it's like in the guidelines in the family, it was like, well, not supposed to be with Shinigami, not supposed, but he's more like, generate with his moms and stuff with Masaki, so it's like, he's more cool and calm and stuff like that. So it's like, it's interesting to see both Ichigo and Uryu, like, they grow up. So it's like they best friends, they brothers, this and that and stuff. But it's like, in 2 years later, it's like Uryu would be like, well, just like his father, a little bit more cold and distant, like a lot more cold and distant. Now, not how when we see him in the show and in the manga, it's like he's more open, he's more open, he's not like his father, not like that, but he's like this and stuff. Like, he's more cold, he's more distant and stuff. Then after for a while, that's when you see Masaki teaching him, like, a little bit more. Like, he already knows. Well, I wouldn't say he. Well, yeah, he knows like a little bit. So yeah, she's teaching him like a little bit, like more how to use Quincy powers, do this and that and stuff, and just she's training him in her own little way and stuff. And then she tells him that I knew your father, this and that and stuff. And then she tells him, like, later on, that we were supposed to be engaged, this and that and stuff. She saved me, and then they all became friends. Like, they all had like a pack and stuff together and stuff. Like, we all friends, family is what you can say, distant family. So it's like, he understands and stuff, and he sees that she's a really good person. But then in his mind, he wants revenge. But he doesn't know what happened. It's just that they both collapsed, because in the manga, it was where Masaki died on the same day Uryu's mom died. So they both died, and connected and stuff like that, because some events happened, some stuff basically happened. And I feel that this would have been interesting, where it would have been, instead of Ichigo, like how he is, like all gloomy and messed up, it would have been Uryu, but he would have been more cold and distant. But he still would have had Ichigo there and stuff, because they still would have been like bunk mates, friends, and all that type of stuff. So then years later, into like the 1,000-year blood arc, oh, Yahabak would have been playing everything. He'd have been sitting back like, oh, father of all Quincy's here, I'm just chilling, I'm just doing my business and stuff, killing peoples, and I want to rewrite the world and make it in my own image, So he wouldn't be playing him and stuff, because it's like Uryu ain't stupid, Uryu will be like, he's still working undercover and stuff. But I wouldn't say he's buying into the hype that Yabak is explaining. He's just more like, yeah, until he finds out who was the man that had both his parents killed and stuff, and then that's when he go off. Because in the manga, Yabak was like, oh, he gonna be my apprentice, yo. If anything ever happens, yo, he my new successor. And everyone was sitting there, they was like, wait, what you talking about? He's gonna be your apprentice? How can you have an outsider come in here and say he's gonna, yeah, what did I say? Alright, chill. Alright, you got it, Yabak, you got it, Lord, you got it. And say, see, he gonna be my apprentice. If anything happens, I'm gonna train him, I'm gonna teach him all the things that I know. So I mean, it still would have been interesting if that would have happened. But you know, but yeah. But he would have been working on the cover until you'd have found out that this man had his parents killed and he was responsible because he was like he took back his power. He did everything. So now he wants his revenge and he's coming hard. He is coming hard. So him and Ichigo. So it would have been more personal and more deep for him to go after him and stuff because he would have been like, well, I was also the one that was killing like Quincy's that was undeserved of this power and tainted or whatever. I was taking back my power and having them each and every single one of them assassinated. I was having that done and whatnot. So it would have been sick. It would have been sick for him to be doing this and stuff. So Uryu he would have had a hard stake in this and stuff. So it would have been like, he would have went down this very, very dark road. It would have been so dope. He would have went down this very dark road. Ichigo would have been trying to save him and stuff. Misaki, she would have came along, tried to give her peace, and we're like, well, Ryukin probably wouldn't have wanted this, nobody wouldn't have wanted this and stuff, but he would have been like, well, that's when he would have kind of would have lashed out a little bit, like, I gotta get revenge, I know who did it and stuff, but until in the fight, how when Uryu like shot like the Silver's head at Yabak and stuff, and Ichigo came with the kill and stuff, it would have been different. It would have been different. It would have been like, it still would have happened, but Uryu would have did something, like probably like he would have shot the Silver's head or something, or shot the Silver's head where it exploded, and then shot like maybe like dozens of miles of like arrows or whatever, just to like obliterate him and stuff, and then probably like fire like one big arrow, or use the same arrows that he used to kill Genryusai with and just obliterated him. He would have like learned like this movie, like, yeah, I learned this from you or whatever, and then after for a while he would probably would have obliterated him with the arrows and stuff, because it would have been interesting and deep. Like, he's getting this revenge and stuff. Like, they both died, and he had something to do with it and stuff. So he was like, you know what, I want this revenge. I want you dead because of what you did and stuff. I mean, oh my god, it would have been so dope. It would have been so dope because Uryu would have been like, listen, Ichigo, you have a family. I don't have a family, and he's the bastard that took away them and stuff. Ichigo like, now hold on here, because Ichigo, he's like, he's cool and stuff, he's cool and whatnot. And two, I would like to say at the very end, right? At the very end, I wouldn't say nobody, like, I wouldn't say like Uryu would have became like the new the father of all Quincy's. I wouldn't say that because Uryu is not like a power hungry guy, He's not a power hungry guy, so it wouldn't be in his character. It's just that he would have did with he would have had like packed his bag, and he would have just had like a long journey to just think about things and stuff, like how Sasuke did when both Naruto and like they had their moment and stuff, and he kind of had his bag and said, let me just see the world, see how things is and stuff. So he probably would have did something like that, try to recollect on his memories and in his thoughts and try to get his stuff together and stuff. So he probably would have just did that after when everything is done. He just would have been getting his thoughts into order and stuff, because it's like he would have had peace. He would have had peace that Yabak and his forces and anyone who had knowledge of that assassination and death and stuff, would have been dead, but he himself would have had closure. But you know how when a person gets revenge, they get some sort of closure, but it's not enough to satisfy them. So they got to do something that can give them that true closure. So I think he probably would have did that. He probably would have had like some sort of form of closure and went around Misaki and his team would have like, oh, listen, you can always come back here. You always got a place, this and this and that. He said, thank you. Then he would realize, y'all my like second family. Y'all my family, this and that and stuff. So everything probably still would have happened, but Uryu would have had like a darker road. Like the way he would have been, it would have been dark. He would have been just like his father, cold and dark and stuff. And too, he probably would have had somebody, and then he would have had his own little family. He would have had like his own little family. He would have did his best to like protect them and stuff. For any hollows or any future threats that would have occurred and stuff. So it would have been interesting. It would have been interesting to see and stuff because it's Ichigo that's trying to save Uryu from going down this dark path, but Uryu's like, I don't want to hear it, yo. You got a family, I don't, and stuff. So it would have been so dope to see like a little dark Uryu, a little dark Uryu. Like he's just sitting there blasting hollows, killing hollows and stuff, trying to get people to talk. Like who was involved, this and that. Like it would have been interesting, you know. It would have been interesting to see and stuff instead of it being like the way it is. But you know, I just can't wait. I just can't wait until when Bleach come back because golly, it's been so long, man. It's been so long. Like yo, I can't wait until when they come back and stuff because it's like I want to see the fight. I want to see how all this is gonna turn out and whatnot. Cause God, it's too good. But yo, if you like what you heard what you like, you know, please subscribe, share, do all that wonderful stuff. And I'll catch you later.